What's up, everyone? Today we're riding over here from Morrow, Georgia. I tried to record in Stockbridge, but I got a notification on the Blackmagic camera app that the camera was overheating, so it stopped the video. But anyways, here's a new video, of course. We're over here in Morrow, Georgia on a 2024 Plus Wire Freedom, riding from over here to Hapeville, Georgia. Today's date is August 1st, 2025. It's currently 91 Fahrenheit, 33 Celsius. And it's a hot summer, partly cloudy afternoon. Thankfully, there isn't too much sun out here. There's a little bit of cloud cover to kind of give a break from those UV rays in that hot sun. I'm recording 8K video at 30 frames per second on the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, utilizing the Blackmagic camera app. So right now we're in Morrow, Georgia. I just left Stockbridge, and we're going to be riding all the way over to Hapeville, Georgia. Hey, at least you started the ride already moving, so that's pretty cool. Right now I currently have 65.2 volts on the 2024 Plus Wire Freedom. But 67.2 is optimal charge. We're only doing about 25, 30 miles an hour. I don't want to go too hard in the battery. But we're also just seeing how this route is during the daytime for traffic. All right. Okay, just turn the auto white balance on. On this app, you actually, I think there's a setting you can change to make it where the white balance always changes, but by default, it has it at a set setting. I appreciate them, cool. Cool, man. Right through over here. This bike has a lot of kick to it. What's going on and why my front row keeps clicking like that, but and we'll get this bike maintenance soon enough. This part of the street is doing really bad. I'm not sure if it's what happened to it, but that's a pretty bad pothole. Got some other people that have e-bikes over here as well. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna check and see if we're still recording. We should be. This is my first time using this app. Yep, we're still on. Okay. All right. Let's go to the road. All right. Clayton County seems to be okay so far. My honest opinion. All right. Let's get out of here while we can. He ran the red light. That was crazy. Let me make sure that we're still recording. Going 11 minutes, nice. If you haven't already, please give this video a like. I'm really trying to get more 8K content here on YouTube. I'm noticing a lot more Hispanics coming into Clayton County. There's always been a Hispanic presence, but I've noticed a lot more like Mexicans and people from around the country coming over here to Clayton County. It's definitely changing the atmosphere of it. It's making it feel more and more like my birthplace of New York City in Brooklyn. And by the way, yesterday was my birthday, so it's still birthday vibes when I'm out here recording this. Okay, the speed limit is 25. We're doing about that. We're doing like 28. Slow down a bit. 27. Okay, we've got optic and stabilization on. Okay. Okay. I have the autofocus off just to make it even better. area. Got some e-bikes going on right there, it looks to be as well. E-bikes are becoming more and more common now in 2025, and obviously into the future. We have some fashion going on here. Interesting, okay. You got to see it in 8K, so you can pause that and take a look at it. Let's go through over here. Seems like there would be a throughway, but I don't see a throughway. There's more parking. It goes through the same street. Okay. Take this. Shout out to him. We control this bike. Okay, let's head on over to Hapeville, Georgia. Hopefully, with these partly cloudy skies, it doesn't develop into a full-blown rainstorm. I don't think it should. I started this video on full charge. Let me check and see how my battery life is doing. Looks like it's about 70%, not bad. The traffic out here is surprisingly well for this time of the day. This area right here is sort of abandoned and really is in desperate need of redevelopment. It's a big abandoned hotel to the right. Let me show you this. Wow. Oh yeah, this hotel's been abandoned for a lot of years. I see that some of the glass over there is now cracked. It's been abandoned since the early 2010s. So I can only imagine how it looks on the inside, but that's a whole nother topic. So you saw some of the grunt. I'll show it to you again. This used to be a Holiday Inn, but now some of the glass is cracked in there. There's some graffiti over there as well. Hopefully they redevelop this area and make it more pleasant on the eyes again. Oh, right, here we go. It seems like Morrow and Jonesboro has always had a problem I took the mask off, of struggling businesses. Unfortunately. And I've been over here in this area off and on since 2005, so. At one point in 2005, they had abandoned apartment complexes on Mount Zion Road, and they redeveloped it into They redeveloped it into new apartment homes, completely renovated and pleasant on the eyes to look at. So maybe they can do the same for that hotel here in Clayton County. Just a little critique on the Black Camera Magic app. I don't know if there's a listen in feature where I can hear when I'm recording, but I had my earbuds on in anticipation for that. Again, I usually live stream this route. Now I'm doing a pre-recorded video of it during the day. We'll see how the signal is live streaming. I'm kind of skeptical about it, but at least you're getting super high quality, completely realistic looking image quality video. Frame rate is cinematic. So now we're in Forest Park, Georgia. And Hapeville is only a few miles from here. This is Forest Parkway, and right now we're on, I'll give you the street name in a second. But look at this airplane coming in. Whoa, Delta. Jackson is not so far from here. So you can airplane watch over here if you wanted to, if you're into that. We're also approaching an industrial area as well. A lot of train tracks and trucking facilities. There we go. Here the airplane's starting to land. Over here, the sidewalk really needs to be trimmed. There's a lot of overgrown weeds and what have you. But the sidewalk itself is in relatively okay shape. Been on for about 35 minutes. Nice. Okay, we're officially in Fulton County in Hapeville, Georgia. Hapeville, Georgia. And yeah, it's not such a bad ride when you take the right time during the day. Arguably, it's a little better. Actually, let me show you guys over here, and then I'll come back to the road. This is an old Chick-fil-A right here. They remodernized it in 2017. Chick-fil-A, the Dwarf House. It's a really nice Chick-fil-A. As you see, you can come over here, eat outside. It's pretty modern. I like how they designated it as a historical landmark as well. Pretty nice. Okay, here's Hapeville's historic district. Where I'll be concluding my video. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe. Please give this video a like and subscribe for more awesome content. This is my first time using the Blackmagic camera app to record in 8K with. I look forward to using it more. I also use a Lark A1 external wireless microphone if you're interested. My equipment will be in the description below if you want to imitate what I'm using and record wherever you are yourselves. But until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you later, everyone. Thanks for watching, everybody. The quality of this video should look extremely realistic.